Hi everyone, Ted LaVine with Ted LaVine Golf, Better Skills for Better Scores. In today's short video, I want to talk a little bit about the evolution of the driver, and not necessarily from the historical point of view, but to give you a better knowledge base so when the time comes and you're looking for a new driver, you'll feel more comfortable in the choices that you make. So let's start with the persimmon driver. So persimmon drivers, basically the model that all of the, I'll say the greats played in the game. So we're going to say from the 20s all the way up into the late 70s, early 80s are when persimmons really were the driver to use. The good things about persimmon drivers are they were a shorter length club, so you had a little bit more control. And persimmon woods, for a lot of you younger players, you may have never hit a persimmon wood, but a persimmon wood has a different feel to it. The drawbacks to a persimmon wood is that it's a much smaller head, and I'll say the hot spot on the club face is quite small, so they are not very forgiving. And the other drawback with a persimmon wood is the center of gravity is a little bit closer to the club face, which wants to create a lot of spin. And a lot of spin is not a good thing with the driver because when the ball lands, it's going to want to stop much quicker and not roll out. Now in the early 80s, a big company named TaylorMade was the first company to mass produce metal woods. And there was, metal woods weren't received that well at first because of the sound they made. And what companies did was they went back to the drawing board and they filled those heads with foam to give it more of that persimmon wood sound, and that's when they really took off. Length started to get a little bit longer. We transitioned from steel shafts into graphite shafts. Overall weight of the club is dropped so players can get a little bit more club head speed with it. The great benefit with a metal driver or a steel driver was that hot zone got a little bit bigger on the club face, so the ball rebounded off the face at a much faster speed than it would on a miss hit with a persimmon. So miss hits got a little bit longer, which everybody likes to see. From the steel drivers, companies started to get into composite drivers and titanium drivers. The best thing about a titanium driver is all of the options it gives those manufacturers. They can design that club a little bit deeper. They can add a little bit more weight to the heel or toe. They can put that center of gravity a little bit lower. One of the best things with titanium drivers is the center of gravity is moved back away from the face, which is going to change spin rates. It's going to drop spin rates. Much lighter than steel, weight's dropping, we can allow for a longer shaft. So we're starting to get even more club head speed with a titanium driver. Now, this driver doesn't have it, but basically most of the brand new drivers have the hosel that you can adjust, which will change the club face whether we want it closed or open, and it will add or decrease loft in certain models. The other factor that the new drivers have is the weight ports that you can change the weights, and that will change the center of gravity even a little bit more toe biased or a little bit more heel biased depending on what you need. Now, what I would recommend you do is as you hit drivers, pay attention to not only the price of the driver, but the look of that driver. You need to have a club that when you set it down, it gives you confidence. As far as the specifics go, you need to find the driver that will give you the best spin rate, that when the ball is descending, it comes down on a shallow angle so you can maximize your roll. I hope this short video helps you with your club selection as you're purchasing new clubs. I'm Ted LaVine with Ted LaVine Golf, Better Skills for Better Scores. Check out my Facebook at Ted LaVine Golf and my website at tedlavine.com. Good luck, and I'll talk to you soon.